Today, we're looking at Magic the Gathering cards with the power to redirect damage. So if there's a lightning bolt going at you and you can move it somewhere else, so the damage somewhere else, it's going to qualify for today's show. Today's show is very strongly inspired by the card Ancient Adamant Toys in the 8 mana, 8/20 Vigilance and Ward 3. Frankly, trying to target this thing is worthless. You can target it another way, though. Damage isn't removed from this creature during cleanup steps, and all damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature instead. So, I mean, forget targeting the Ancient Adamant Toys. Just target your opponent with your lightning bolts and burst lightnings and so on. When the creature dies, exile it and create 10 tapped treasure tokens. So do you know what? I guess you have to... It is the goose laying the golden eggs, and we need to break open the goose to get all the eggs at once. That's exactly how this is working out. Okay, one of the most popular cards in the history, I think, of Commander is Deflecting SWAT. I don't know one Commander game where I'm not screwed over by this card. Is worth a silly amount of money for that exact reason. It's 3 mana instant, and if you control a commander, you can cast the spell without paying its mana cost. That is a very cheap price, and you can choose new targets for target spell or ability, it even counts counter spells. If I try to counter something, you can use Deflecting SWAT to redirect my counter spell to it. I think it's a very stupid interaction, but it works. Sometimes it works in my favor, as we might see overall in the show. In the grand scheme of things, we have actually... Is there literally a card called Reflect Damage? Back in the day, like a long time ago, I mean, the card was named based on what it did. And Reflect Damage might be one of those types of cards. It's a 5 mana instant from Indiana Jones. Thanks so much for your card suggestion. It's an instant. Redirect all damage dealt by one source to that source's controller. You don't say! You don't say. This is like the very OG Deflecting Palm. Deflecting Palm before there was a Deflecting Palm. All they had to do was chop down 3 mana, and it made it infinitely more playable. It's a baseball bat. First it comes at me, and now they're shooting it right back at you. John with Pariah. Oh my god. Does anyone still play with this card? So this was like... I need to see the OG. There we go. There's the OG one. It's a 3 mana enchant creature. Redirect to enchanted creature. All damage dealt to you. Oh, people have to still be playing with this card. They have to be playing with this card still today. This has got to be a combo card. This was just like... I don't know how to put it. I saw it everywhere when I first started playing Magic. It was like, you know, the levels... It's like a level 0 strategy to pariah something that has protection from the damage that I'm dealing. Then all damage I am dealing is ended up going to a creature that can't take that damage. So, I mean, this is... And I'm sure there's still a lot of level 0 players entering Magic the Gathering with the exact same idea. You know, that idea... I'm not going to say it's a high-level idea, but people still make that idea. They still do it. Hexanort, the new way forward. Sounds like a Spider-Man card. Is it? No, it isn't actually. It's a Dragonstorm card. New way forward. Sounds like the name of a Spider-Man movie. 5 mana instant. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. When the damage is prevented this way, New Way Forward deals that much damage to that source's controller. And you also get to draw that many cards. Oh my god. Basically, how do I describe this card? I always look at things like when damage is prevented and you draw cards, I just keep thinking of like Swans of Bryn Argyle, except this is different. It's like you bolt the swans and then the swans bolted you back instead. Bolt you back and you get dealt damage. And you get paid for it in cards. Benjamin Berkey with the Jade Monolith. Okay, we have a 4 mana artifact. Pay 1. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to target creature this turn, that source deals that damage to you instead. Well, okay. I suppose it's better than your creature dying if that matters that much to you. Matthew Green says, forget Spider-Man. Brand new day. Here comes Spider-Man. New way forward. Oh yeah. That could, who knows? That could be an even longer name than that. You could even add this, the movie, the video game, the comic book in the end. Anyway, Jade Monolith. This is the opposite of the Adamantoise card. This instead protects your creature at the expense of you. You're going to fall down on your face for your creature, which is fine. Pacers fan forever. Thank you very much for your super chat. Boros Reckoner. Oh my god. That's still got to be in play. This is a triple white or triple red or however combination you want to cast this monstrosity. It's a 3/3 Minotaur Wizard. Whenever Boros Reckoner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. And also for... I always found this ability a little useless. It's 1 mana. Boros Reckoner gains first strike until end of turn. Well, if he gains first strike, you might end up killing your opponent's creature and you don't get to redirect anything, which is very unfortunate. Mappius with the Spellskite. I gotta pick up myself some Spellskites. 2 mana, 0/4. And for a Phyrexian mana, that's right, for a whole 2 life from your life total, change a target spell or ability to Spellskite. It is a lightning bolt magnet. Can take a whole 1 lightning bolt per turn. Only one per turn, though. More than 1 is a little bit too much. More than 1 is gonna... more than 1 and it's gonna hit the graveyard. Okay, we have Mercenary with the Quicksilver Dragon. Quicksilver Dragoon. 6 mana for a 5/5 dragon flying blue. If target spell has only 1 target, and that target is the Quicksilver Dragon, change that spell's target to another creature. So the unfortunate part about this is that it's completely face up. Oh, it's not. Well, okay, it's got morph. So in theory, it's a very sneaky, suspicious creature. But if your opponent knows your deck well enough, they're like, okay, that's a Quicksilver Dragon over there. Bolting that thing is not going to work. Doing anything to that card is not going to work. So if a target spell has only 1 target and that target is Quicksilver Dragon, yeah, you can swap it to something else. Pretty nice. But very face up. You'd have to be an idiot to target the Quicksilver Dragon when your opponent has the blue mana up. I don't know what good can come of that. Nothing. No good can come of that. Teutonic Nightmare says, saw a nasty combo which chained a bunch of Spite Mares. Are you trying to get 2 cards on the show today? With the damage being... Hold on, what's Spite Mare? With the damage being doubled each time thanks to Furnace of Wrath. This is... okay, this is a 4 mana 3/3. Whenever Spite Mare is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target creature or player. Okay, that totally works out. And what's the combo card? Furnace of Wrath, R-A-T-H. It is. If a source would deal damage to a creature or player, it deals double that damage instead. So you dealt double. Oh, wow. That's interesting. So double the damage is dealt to the Spite Mare, and then the Spite Mare will even double that. It's a double or nothing situation to somebody else. Totally works out. Free Fire Full says 2 a.m. time to watch Nikachu. That's right. Time to wake up in the middle of nowhere the night. Jess with the super chat. We got Nomad's Encore. You know what? Sometimes I forget that this card actually can redirect damage. It usually doesn't do that. It's a white 1/1, and for 0 mana, the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Nomad's Encore this turn is dealt to target creature you control instead. Is this still like a top combo deck in Legacy? The Cephalid Breakfast deck? Last time I played Legacy, it was. This doesn't look like much of a combo card, but between this and Cephalid Illusionist, just go through your entire deck straight to the graveyard. And, you know, something and combo off. We got Micum with Barbed Servitor. Combos with Chosen. This is not a combo show, people. Okay, so it's Barbed Servitor. Oh. Okay, what do we got? It's a 4 mana 1/1 indestructible. When Barbed Servitor enters the battlefield, suspect it. It has menace and it can't block. Whenever Barbed Servitor deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. And whenever it's dealt damage, target opponent loses that much life. This honestly isn't redirecting damage. It's It's more, well, no, this is still within the same vein. Okay, it's within the spirit of the show. It's an eye for an eye sort of thing. It's not really redirecting, but you're going to feel as much pain as the Barb Servitor does. Next up, we got Matthew Green with Take the Bait. Just like how I started this stream and you all took the bait and joined it. This is a 4-mana instant. Cast this spell only during an opponent's turn and only during combat. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn. Untap all attacking creatures and goad them. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Hold on, what is going on here? Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers. Untap all attacking creatures and goad them. I mean, okay, I guess. I guess the idea being like, okay, you're not going to take damage from the creatures. You're going to goad them onto all your opponents. And they're going to feel the damage of those creatures. We got Travis Snively with Reverberation. Reverberation is... Oh yeah, this old card. Go, Justin Hampton! What an art. It's a 4-mana instant. Damage from one sorcery spell is redirected to its caster. Oh, it's on the reserve list. This is a reserve list card. $25. $25 to have a blue version of not exactly Deflecting Palm because it can only affect sorcery spells. This is a very highly specific card. Highly specific card. What can this even redirect? It can't redirect counter spells. No, there's no counter spell at sorcery speed except the one that's been with a typo. What else? You could hit Rift Bolt, Lava Spike. Like I'm trying to think stuff like that. Yeah, it has to be damage too. All damage that would be dealt this turn by target sorcery, something like that. Oh my god! Blasphemous Act. That's great. Wow. That would be just a one-shot kill. Unbelievable. That would be a crazy way to win, either like eliminate the player or win the game. It'll make them think twice about casting Blasphemous Act for free when we have 4 blue mana up. Make them think double, maybe quadruple. Like they'll never forget that. Someone has to take a picture of that and put it on, I don't know, put it on Instagram. Next up, we got Surefire Selves with Screaming Nemesis. Really? Let's just address someone that got banned in Standard. Does it redirect damage? So 3-mana 3/3 with haste, and when it's dealt damage, oh yeah, it redirects damage to any other target. If a player is dealt damage this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. I honestly haven't internalized this card. I don't play Standard. I understand Screaming Nemesis, and Standard. Maybe even Nemesis in Pioneer, but I actually haven't played Pioneer since Red took it over. Maybe partially because of Screaming Nemesis. I don't need to play so much Red. I'm not a fan of playing against decks that are all flavors of Red. You know, I don't need to play Pioneer. We got Phil Goad with Acolyte's Reward. Acolyte's Reward is a 2-mana instant. Prevent the next X damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn, where X is your devotion to white. Now, if damage is prevented this way, Acolyte's Reward deals that much damage to target creature or player. Okay, yeah. This is the mono white version of Deflecting Palm. 100% mono white. Can I get any more Deflecting Palm than this? It's cheaper too. Doesn't actually require a red. We're gonna take a look at more of these cards that redirect damage straight to your opponent's face, or other things. We gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where's their website? There it is. My favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, it's Tuesday. Let's acknowledge the deal of the week, because there's a new deal of the week every single week. Deal of the week this week, 15% off all Ikoria Lair of Behemoth singles. They got a lot of good stuff in that Ikoria set, like the Triomes. I believe the Triomes came from there. I hope I'm not... Yeah, I can see a little bit there. Okay, I can see a little art over there. Get yourself some Triomes. Treat yourself as a treat. You can also get stuff from... what do we got? With Lorwyn Eclipse. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We got it all. And guess what? I got a deal for you. It's the same deal every single day, but it doesn't get any less amazing. Get 5% off everything that you purchase at fusiongamingonline.com with coupon code Nikachu at checkout to support yourself. Saves yourself some money and also supports the channel, which is equally important. Okay, we're also going to thank all of you for being here, and let's go on with our show. Okay, Toads with how about reverse polarity? There's a card called Reverse Polarity and Reverse the Polarity. Double white instant, all damage done to you by artifacts so far this turn is retroactively added to your life total instead of subtracted. For the damage this turn is treated normally. This does not redirect damage, disqualified. This is turning damage into life. That is not the same. Now, speaking of deflecting palm, Argentina says, let's get it on. Deflecting palm. Everything's a deflecting palm. Well, here it is. I guess we can't say this is even the OG. This came from Khans of Tarkir. Actually, that's pretty old. I don't mean to scare people, but Khans of Tarkir came out in 2014. And for me, it feels like it came out 4 years ago. Does anyone feel old knowing that Deflecting Palm came out in 2014? Raise your hand. Not to mention War of the Spark came out 7 years ago. Time is just passing like crazy. Anyway, this is a 2-mana instant. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that source's controller. And the absolute, I don't know, the greatest high a Deflecting Palm player can get out of this card is redirecting Emrakul the Ions Torn back at the controller. There's no greater feeling than that. Mercenary says, I know I'm old when you recall the Black Lotus used to be $20 in the case, and when people used to rip up dual lands when they got them out of the pack. Those are super, super, super old days. Mikeum says, I wasn't even playing MTG 7 years ago. Some people might be like, I haven't been old for 7 years. Rugal with Grip of Chaos. Decade plus? Oh yeah, it's more than a decade plus. Damn, Khans of Tarkir. It was so long. It was so long they had to go back to Khans of Tarkir. We just went back. Hold on, just getting back to this Khans of Tarkir thing. We just went back to Khans of Tarkir for like was it the first time? So like what am I looking at? 12 years to get back to Lorwyn? That's awful. And it's going to be competing with all these Universes Beyond sets. It's going to be one day competing with, I don't know, the Dark Knight or something. Grip of Chaos, a 6-mana enchantment. Whenever a spell or ability is put onto the stack, reselect its target at random if it has a single target. Playing musical chairs here with these lightning bolts. Mikeum, why would they rip up dual lands? Even if they're not very valuable, they're better than basics. People didn't look at... See, that's actually a good question. So let's get like Underground Sea. Like a long time ago, no one had any concept of any strategic use to the dual lands. And this was your rare. You know, if you're looking for a Shivan Dragon or, I wouldn't say Juzam Djinn because it wasn't in the original set. And you open up a dual land instead, like you're hoping for a big, fat, awesome creature, a win condition to build your deck around. You opened up a land. I mean, it's basically like a basic times 2, and basics come in every pack, and those things are worthless. And so basically, people were super disappointed in dual lands way back in the day. Okay, David Howe, and you know, honestly, people are still disappointed in dual lands even today, even to today. Butcher Org. The only thing people. Oops, come on. Butcher Orc. The only good thing that comes for dual lands for casual players is that they're worth money. Helps them buy another pack with that damn land. Butcher Org is a 7 mana 6/6 org. You may divide Butcher Org's combat damage as you choose among defending player and or any number of creatures they control. That is a weird ability. You may assign this creature's combat damage divided as you choose among defending player and or any number of creatures they control. Like, what if it gets blocked? Is this like super trample or something? I've never heard of an effect like this. Okay, if it is blocked, we have an answer to this question. If it is blocked, but then all of its blockers are removed before combat damage is assigned, then it won't be able to deal combat damage and you won't be able to use the ability. So you need it to be blocked? You can use the ability to divide damage even if it's not blocked. If you choose to use the ability to divide up the damage, and there is at least 1 point of damage to be assigned, you must choose at least one creature or the defending player and can't choose more total creatures and players than the amount of damage being assigned. Minimum 1 point per player. What a weird card. I mean, it's just Confusion the Gathering. Oh boy, with Personal Incarnation. See, this is the OG version of redirecting damage. It's a 6 mana 6/6 Avatar Incarnation. For 0 mana, the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Personal Incarnation this turn is dealt to its owner instead. Any player may activate this ability, but only if they own Personal Incarnation. When Personal Incarnation is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, its owner loses half their life rounded up. So if I steal it, I can't use it. Only this creature's owner may activate this ability. Oh, so what's interesting is if I steal the Personal Incarnation, the owner can still use it. Very bizarre. Personal Incarnation was one of the cards that got me into Magic the Gathering in '95. Love the artwork. So you saw that spoiler, huh? And you're like, I'm going to make a Personal Incarnation deck. Very bizarre. It's very silly for me to say. This came from beta. We got Rare Blue Skittles, General's Regalia. This is it's Squee minus Squee. 3 mana artifact. For 3 mana, the next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, that damage is dealt to target creature you control instead. What happened to Squee? Squee's gone. It disappeared. Maybe he's finally dead. Left his clothes. Unfortunately, okay, I bet Squee died and he respawned naked somewhere else. And now he's got to go find his clothes. Just like in those games. There's a lot of games out there where you like die and like you lose all your equipment, your weapons, your resources, and then you got to like go find your body to get all your stuff back. And this is just what's happening with Squee right now. Squee is immortal, but he just has unlimited respawns. That's all. Unlimited respawns. We got Bryce with Redirect Lightning. Redirect Lightning is a red instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Most definitely you do. Corbinek with the Blood of the Martyr. What is this? Is a triple white instant. Until end of turn, you may redirect to yourself all damage dealt to any number of creatures. The source of the damage does not change. When you need to... It's like... Imagine facing Blasphemous Act. You're like... This is gonna hurt, but if I don't have this board, I don't have any reason to live anyway. It's basically like... How much damage do you take? You need like hundreds of life to survive a Blasphemous Act from all your creatures. You're better off having like 1 creature in that situation. Maybe 2. We got Rakdos with Shaman Encore. For Tempest Love. For the love of Tempest. No, it's... What? That came out in Tempest Remastered. Actually a Stronghold card. Very sorry to maybe bust the bad news for you.
No, God, please
But anyway, it's an old card still. It's old. It's a 2-mana 1/2, and for 0 mana, redirect 1 damage from Shaman Encore to a creature you control. And for 2 mana, redirect to Shaman Encore all damage dealt to any one creature from any one source. Well, they really let you play around with where damage moved back then. Why don't we do that today? Where it just make things like super complicated and convoluted. Christopher B says 50 seconds behind. Actually, as of the DMU story, he isn't immortal anymore. Squee! What does that mean? But is he? The question is he still alive or did he die? R.I.P. Squee if that's actually true. We got Matthew Green with the super chat. Thank you very much for your super chat. The Phyrexian Vindicator. Does it actually redirect damage? So 4 mana for a 5/5 flyer. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any target. You kicked me in the shin, I kick you in the shin. Except it didn't hurt me. Stop hurting yourself. We got Ren with Comeuppance. Uh-oh. Comeuppance is a 4-mana instant. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by sources you don't control. If damage from a creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to that creature. If damage from a non-creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to the source's controller. So blast back at the creature. Blast back also at the player. Well, if the chat is lagging, all you have to do is refresh the stream, people. That's a classic way to fix the situation. We got MTG Gaming Bob with the Brash Taunter. Brash Taunter always looking for a fight. So for some reason, indestructible. I don't understand this unless he was gifted the Curse of Immortality. It's a 5-mana 1/1. With Indestructible. Whenever Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. And for 3 mana, Brash Taunter will fight anybody. Fight anybody in this room. Like the drunkard he is. Quiet Man with Portal Mage. No relation to actual Portal. No relation to any mage. No relation to any mages that are from the Portal sets. 3 mana 2/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield during the declare attackers step, you may reselect which player or permanent target attacking creature is attacking. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So it's like the idea is you like presented a portal in front of one of the creatures. It slipped through the portal and like punched its own owner in the face. Is this a rare situation? You may reselect which player or permanent. It can't attack its controller or their permanents. Damn it! I was about to say, is this the first and only time we can get somebody to attack themselves? And it failed miserably. Felicia with Aegis of Honor. We have a white enchantment, and for 1 mana, the next time an instant or sorcery spell would deal damage to you this turn, that spell deals that damage to its controller instead. This is an enchantment. This is better than protection from red. Deal damage to you this turn. I mean, maybe it's not strictly better than protection from red. If you're like if you're a control player, I guess you want some ability to protect yourself from Jackal Pup and stuff like that. Everyone, please be kind and hit that like button. That's right. Why not? You're here already. Don't you like the show? Don't you want to like it every single time? That is a grand sideboard card. It's, you know what it is? I think this would be great in a Boros Burn deck. Just as a sideboard card versus the other Boros Burn deck. Blink's Omniac with the Shining Shoal. And shine it does. This is... Oh, hold on. Micah has something to say. When I started playing, my group misunderstood Goad. I still misunderstand it. And thought that the goaded creature had to attack its controller when the game got down to 2 players. That's hilarious. I wouldn't know any differently. Unless I had to look it up. Okay, Shining Shoal. Double white X instant arcane spell. You may remove a white card with converted mana cost X in your hand from the game rather than pay Shining Shoal's mana cost. The next X damage that a source of your choice would deal to you or a creature you control this turn is dealt to target creature or player instead. Right back at your face. Okay, we're going to take a look at more of these amazing redirect cards, but we do have to thank our sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Not to mention, it's your path to playtesting all these weird cards. You know, I know Jason Samard, who top-8'd a tournament with Shining Shoal in a Death and Taxes deck, and basically put this card on the map. And it couldn't be done unless you were playtesting with the cards and trying things new. And that's the value you get with Mana Traders. You rent the cards on Magic Online, and if they don't work, you send them back and try something new until something works. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu_BH2 for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to our redirect show. What do we got here? Dascalliwag, Goblin Snowman. How about another Goblin card? Goblins know how to rebound stuff. 4 mana, 1/1. When Goblin Snowman blocks, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to and dealt by it this turn. I didn't think a hunk of ice and snow would be indestructible. Tap, Goblin Snowman deals 1 damage to target creature it's blocking. Deals 1 damage to target creature it's blocking. When it blocks, prevent all damage. Okay, this is very loose. Very loose, but it does seem to like sort of transfer damage from the creature to back at itself. If Shining Shoal is back on the map, then I'll be. Well, no, it was a long time ago since Shining Shoal. It was like 9 years ago that Shining Shoal was on the map. We got Toilet Duck with Razia. The Boros Archangel. In quite the Halloween outfit, in my opinion. It is an 8 mana 6/3 angel, flying vigilance and haste, and tap. The next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature you control this turn is dealt to another target creature instead. This is this is actually pretty good. So it flies, it has vigilance, it has haste, so you can immediately attack and use the ability at the same time while you're attacking even. Is it just spells? It can be creatures too. It's any card. Especially the show is called MTG cards, so it can be anything. Who gets killed by a snowman? Whoever. You know, I can see a world where someone who's very old who tries to make a snowman ends up having a heart attack trying to push the balls. So in effect, the snowman kills them. It's possible. Jevil the Joker, Ancient Adamantoids. Unfortunately, we did that one already. That's exactly where I started the show. I'm sorry, I borderline sniped you. Kano, does rocks count? Probably not. Or does it? 6 mana, 5/5. You may have rocks deal its combat damage to defending player as though it weren't blocked. Alright, I'll loosely allow it. Technically should be dealt to the creature that blocked it. Mr. Stiff Pickles with the Vengeful Archon. Vengeful Archon is a 7 mana 7/7 flying. X, prevent the next X damage that would be dealt to you this turn. If damage is prevented this way, Vengeful Archon deals that much damage to target player. Looking for revenge, all right? It's a very vengeful Archon, not the little nice Archon. We have Is that the show actually? No, it's just the song. Okay, wait, anyway. DeLeaf's Cone. Oops, I looked up DeLeaf's Cove. Go out with the cone. I want the cone. The ice cream cone. 0 mana artifact. Sack it and tap it. If target creature you control attacks and is not blocked, you may choose to gain its power in life. If you do so, it deals no damage to opponent this turn. I'd actually disqualify this because the damage is being converted into life and is not actually moving the damage anywhere. So that is a disqualification. But you're welcome to try another one. Christopher B, you didn't get a card yet. Muck Drub. That does not sound like a Magic card name. Muck Drub, a 5-mana 3/3 beast with flash. When it enters the battlefield, change the target of target spell that targets only a single creature to Muck Drub. Oh no! Muck Drub is going to take one for the team. Those had madness for 3 mana, which makes it borderline useless. Secret Shop card says, I didn't even look at the beginning, but I bet Nikachu opened the show with Shining Shoal. No, I did not. But we did do that one. Vec with Toralf. God of Fury. Pretty pissed. Somebody peed on the toilet seat, and he needed to take a dump. It's a 4-mana 5/4 God trample. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, Toralf deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. On the back is Toralf's hammer. That hammer is being used to basically re-equip the bathroom with toilet paper. Equipped creature has 2 mana, tap unattached Toralf's hammer. It deals 3 damage to any target. Return Toralf's hammer to its owner's hand. That's awful. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 as long as it's legendary. Equipped for 2 mana. The funny thing is, it was him that peed on the toilet seat. He just doesn't remember. Next, we've got... Jess is like, I'm on the toilet right now. Raise your hands. How many of you are on the toilet right now? Don't lie. I bet it's 5%. This type of content is for the people on the toilet. Jevil the Joker with has Thur the Abbot for the worst damage redirector in the game. I don't know. We saw a few pretty big stinkers already. 5 mana 2/5. That's already not too bad. X tap redirect to has Thur the Abbot. X damage dealt to any white creature you control, and actually can absorb a lot of damage. Take a whole lightning bolt. Can take a burst lightning kicked. No, I mean there are things that deal 5 damage, but they're far and few in between for the most part. Troll's Hammer is part of a CEDH combo. I can never remember the combo. It's okay. You'll figure it out when you play against the deck again. In the tub, does that count? Oh, that absolutely counts. Good enough. Who still uses a bathtub? Some people with taste, I guess. Do you like the bubbles? Are you a bubble bath person? We got next. Who has no card yet? It's definitely a million people who have no card yet still. I got Toralf. Maybe we got all the no card yet people. Yeah, I think I got everybody. All right, we're moving on to no 2 cards yet here. Chosen by Valgavoth. Mercenary is like, I still use the bathtub to save water. Does it save water though? Does it? You know, when I take a shot, I should like I could plug up the shower. I'm very strongly believe I'm not gonna fill up the bathtub if I put a plug in the bathtub as I shower. I don't take that long of a shower. Chosen by Valgavoth is a 4-mana aura enchant creature you control. It gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchanted creature instead. Me and old boy want one. Toads needs one, but Toads doesn't want to give the card. Did we do Pariah Shield? We did Pariah. But I don't think we did Pariah's Shield from Magus. Thank you very much, Magus 00. This is a 5-mana equipment. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to equipped creature instead. Good job. Creature's gonna take all the damage for you. Oh my god, look at the creature. Look at it, it's in pain. This creature used to be a full flesh, I don't know, human being, and it has slowly been beaten up into the shield. It's slowly turned into a shield based on all the damage. This is what happens when you make like a regular person indestructible and they take on like an infinite amount of damage. They end up getting flattened like a pancake, and they're in perpetual agony. Bolt with no card. I have no idea, so give the card directly below me. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Toads, who says give it to old boy. Where's old boy? I'll pick another card. What the hell? Is this some weird sort of choose your own adventure book that's not letting me go anywhere? So in that case, we're going to give it to Voltland with Razia. Boros Archangel. We did this one. I bet it was you. How far are you? How far behind of the show are you in? Did you stream your? Did you like snipe yourself here? Okay, Toads wants a captain's maneuver. I want to say we've done this one, or maybe not. Okay, this is Boros and an X instant. The next X damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn is dealt to another target creature or player instead. Any damage. It's much crappier deflecting palm, that's for sure. They power crept captain's maneuver big time. Next up, we got Surefire Selves with Portal Manipulator. They love their portals. It's a 4-mana 3/2 human wizard with flash. When Portal Manipulator enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, choose target player and any number of target attacking creatures their opponents control. Those creatures are now attacking that player. If portals exist, isn't that like just a cheat code to always get to the enemy? Or how, like, what's the catch? It looks like there's no catch. Portals, I think, are like one of the, aside from time travel, I would think the ability to create portals is just, it's broken in like in lore, in flavor. I mean, this card is not particularly broken, but the idea that you can make portals. I mean, look how she defends herself. It's like, okay, someone's coming right at you, just make a portal and send them into outer space. GG. GG every single time. Send an entire army into outer space. Is this real? What it's the clue set. So they made a set. They sent some cards to the Ravnica Clue edition. Okay, look, they made the Clue the Clue board game, and it came with some Magic the Gathering cards. So if you bought the Clue set, then you got this card. You got this card. Lesthian with Treacherous Link. Treacherous Link's the 2-mana enchantment. Redirect to its controller. All damage dealt to enchanted creature. Oh no! You got to make sure nobody has that Blasphemous Act. It's gonna backfire badly on you over here. The Ravnica Clue edition is kind of weird. You would say any crossover with Magic the Gathering is kind of weird. Portals should be black and spend life to the void. That could be an alternate portal. Like, I can totally see blue having just normal portal power. But strong. It's OP. We got a journey somewhere that's like a year away. Well, I'll just make a portal and get there immediately. Let's go. Let's kill Emrakul in her sleep, in her lair. Let's open a portal, throw a nuclear bomb at Emrakul, close the portal, and GG. That's what I'm just trying to say. Mr. Stiff Pickle says, don't forget that portal was going to be a land type potentially. Really? Interesting. Okay, we got Vivi's Batman with Mirror Strike. Mirror Strike is a 4-mana instant. Target unblocked creature deals combat damage to its controller instead of to you this turn. I think we did Shaman Encore already. Some 124C. Yeah, we did that one. Sorry about that. Micum says, I often wish I could open portals when I'm doing stuff like walk to the bus stop. Oh, you mean like, wait, you want a portal directly to the bus stop? How about just use the portal directly to get where you need to go? Next we got Phil Goad with Protector of the Crown, which is a 6-mana 2/5 giant soldier. When Protector of the Crown enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to Protector of the Crown instead. Careful, it can't take that much damage before it falls apart. Fallen wants redemption. Untimely malfunction. Untimely Malfunction is a 2-mana instant. Choose one. Destroy target artifact. You can change the... Whoops. Whoops. What am I doing here? You can change the target of target spell or ability with a single target, or 1 or 2 target creatures can't block this turn. So, of course, if someone's coming at you with, like, 10 damage to your face, they're like, Urza's Rage you. Kicked. Well, I have a problem for your Urza's Rage. It's gonna go directly right back at you. Next up, Benjamin Berkey, the Aegis of Honor. Oh, we did this one. Damn. Sorry about that. Satanic Nightmare. Ill-Tempered Loner. How many... Okay, hold on. How many loners are in this game? I'm going to look up. There are 4 loners. No, sorry. Hold on. There's 2 loners. There are Lone Riders and a Lone Revenant. There are 2 loners. One of them is called the Cynical Loner. And then we have the Ill-Tempered Loner. Well, it's not completely alone. It's got a weird dog, which is a werewolf. It's a 4-mana 3/3. Whenever Ill-Tempered Loner is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target. I mean, I guess don't start a fight with this guy. And for 2 mana, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Daybound. Well, whenever a permanent you control is dealt damage, Howlpack Avenger deals that much damage to any target. And for 2 mana, Howlpack Avenger gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And this thing is Nightbound. Oh my god, you're up late. Don't you know the new schedule? So the new schedule is Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for anyone watching right now, for the next 2 weeks, we're actually going to have double the shows every single day. Because I need the inventory for a vacation that I'm going to have in like 3 weeks. So we're going to have shows in the morning. We're going to have shows at night. We get shows all the time. My brain is going to be fried at the end of all this. My brain's going to get further fried when I go on vacation. Oh my god, how long was the super chat here for? I'm so sorry, Pace's fan forever. Mizia Medler. I feel like that super chat might have been there for years. Oh god. Did you mean Mizia? You know, if they... one thing I wish Scryfall did is if there is one card that my typoed search results could possibly find, it should just go there automatically. 3 mana for a 1/4 Vidalcan Wizard with Flash. And when it enters the battlefield, it may change a target of target spell or ability to the Mizia Medler. Didn't they just make a land with this? It's the exact same thing. They power crept the Mizia Medler. Mizia Medler with power creep. Scryfall still can't get DOM correctly. I don't know what that means. Where's even the typo? Correct? No, I put only 1 D. D screwed up. But like, you know, I wish it was a little bit smarter. Like Google wouldn't be like, did you mean this? No, usually Google like gives you like its best guess what you tried to say, and it also on top of that says, "Did you mean this?" Just like give me a search result, damn it. Okay, next up, old boy. Okay, old boy, who was highly anticipated by Toads. Misleading signpost. Misleading sign. This is a pretty cool looking card. 3 mana artifact, Flash. When Misleading Signpost enters the battlefield, during the Declare Attacker's step, you may reselect which player or permanent target attacking creature is attacking. Also, you get to add a blue. You get a little bit of ramp over there. Ramp is nothing bad. Dom is an artist, and when you search up his stuff on Scryfall, it doesn't narrow it down to his work alone, but anything with Dom in it. That's a bit awkward. Very, very, very awkward. Okay, next up, we got Mr. Stiff Pickles with Glarecaster. This is a 6 mana 3/3. It's got flying, and for 6 mana, the next time damage would be dealt to Glarecaster or you. This turn, that damage is dealt to target creature or player instead. Finally, Glare for the win. Basically, you just gotta shine your phone in their face, you know what I mean? Just shine it straight in their face. Suddenly, your phone is a weapon. We got Vivi's Batman with the Wall of Souls. Sounds very scary. Came from Stronghold. For 2 mana, it's a 0/4 wall. Whenever Wall of Souls is dealt combat damage, it deals an amount of damage to target opponent. Sick! That's actually a really good wall. It's an excellent wall. Can't believe they should reprint this card. It's not OP or anything. It's dealt combat damage. Yeah, I like that wall. It's not bad. Benjamin Berkey for redemption. Reflecting Mirror. Reflecting Mirror is a 4 mana artifact. X and tap. Target spell. What? Target spell which targets you. Targets the player of your choice instead. That's not confusing. X is twice the casting cost of target spell. This ability is played as an interrupt. So I'd have to pay double than what the spell costs? Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how it's going to work. Reflecting Mirror. Something tells me this is not a mirror. It's just a picture of some skull that they're shoving in my face. We did New Way Forward. It's been done already. I'm sure you were there too. Epic Moment Guru. That misleading signpost is pretty nice. Don't mind if I add it to my commander deck. Yes, it is pretty cool. It also qualifies as mana ramp. Reflecting Mirror is one of those, well, it's not useless cards. Yeah, sort of. Except it's sort of it's really hard to use. Very hard to use. We got Cody with Simulacrum. Simulacrum Old School Revised. Oh, there's a lot of Simulacrum cards. So 2 mana instant, all damage done to you so far this turn is instead retroactively applied to a target creature you control. Further damage this turn is treated normally. So it's just a one-time thing. Actually, what's the Oracle text? They changed it. So you gain life equal to the damage dealt to you this turn. Simulacrum deals damage to target creature you control. Equal to the damage dealt to you. Okay, so it is actually redirecting damage. Where's the life gain? All damage done to you so far this turn is instead retroactively applied to target creature you control. Further damage. It didn't even have life. The original card had no life gain. Or did the damage get dealt? I don't understand this card anymore. Did the damage get dealt, but you are simultaneously gaining life to just, like, make it like a net zero thing? It's a weird card. Very, very weird card. Yeah, I can't tell if it was, like, it had some sort of life link damage thing. Will retroactively apply damage mean you take the damage off you, aka you gaining life equal to the damage? Okay, okay. Yeah, no life gain on the OG printing. Whoa, you gain life. It sounds like it's... Yeah, so it's different. Hold on, did they clear it up in the Oracle text? You can't use Simulacrum on loss of life, just damage. This is not damage prevention or redirection. It actually is life gain and newly dealt damage. Ugh, that didn't clear up anything at all. Simulacrum is the source of the damage. If an effect needs to know a characteristic of the damage's source, it will see the damage coming from Simulacrum. You're undoing the damage. Anyway, I'm a little confused how this card works, but it definitely counts for today's show. Life gain is there to prevent the damage you took. But I can't tell if we're actually, in the end, going to net gain some life out of this. I'm assuming... Flavor-wise, I think the idea is no. We are not gaining any life. That's the idea. Okay, Leon Corgi, Ascent of the Worthy. Interesting discussion of that last card. Now for 3 mana, we have a Saga. Chapter 1, choose a creature you control. Until your next turn, all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control is dealt to that creature instead. Same thing with Chapter 2. And also Chapter 3, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a flying counter on it. That creature is an angel warrior in addition to its other types. It's got a lot of utility. There's no net life gain. Okay, I'm gonna trust you there. I'm gonna trust you big time. I hated dying to deflecting palm, didn't we all? But unfortunately we did talk about that card. Do we have any more cards? Old boy says, were there even life gain triggers during that era? I don't know. It's a good question. It's funny. Life gain, it feels almost ubiquitous. Ubiquitous, like flying, as if it's always been there. I mean, it's so damn common too. I don't know. I don't know if they had anything even in the form of life gain, because like the earliest thing I can think of is like unflinching courage, and that was still pretty old. That was pretty old by the time it like came out. And did we do the Soltari gorillas yet? Nope. Those Soltari gorillas. It's not the same gorilla though. It's a 4-mana 3/2 with shadow, and for 0. The next time Soltari gorillas would deal combat damage to an opponent this turn, it deals that much damage to a target creature instead. We got Jess with another wonderful super chat. Thank you very much, Jess. This is for 6 kilometers worth of travel money on vacation. Thank you very much, Jess. I suppose that is going to be a donation, and that donation is going to go to... Who's going to get that donation? Epic Moment Guru. Congratulations for your donation. You get Mirror Strike. Oh no, we did that one. Damn it. It's been done. Okay, we have to give it to somebody else. We'll get... Pretty sure we just did Martyrdom. Don't think we did Deflection, though. Like actual... Oh yeah, this is super classic. Just 4-mana instant. Change the target of target spell with a single target. Slightly cheaper misdirection. Without the ability of something being without the ability to play it for free. Marcia, we did Brush Taunter already. Felicia's Vassal's Duty. Who the hell is Vassal? 4 mana for an enchantment, and for 1 mana, the next 1 damage that would be dealt a target legendary creature you control this turn is dealt to you instead. I don't understand why there's so many of these cards that want to turn us into a punching bag. And you know, not unsurprisingly, all these cards are worthless. I guess you have to somehow give yourself protection from everything. And maybe that works. Prince of Winners with Daughter of Autumn. This one is so narrow, it's funny. Okay, 4 mana for a 2/4 legend, and for a white, redirect to Daughter of Autumn, 1 damage. Dealt to a white creature. And she seems pretty happy about it. She's an avatar, so she's probably basically a god of some sort. A super god. Guilty Conscience, we didn't do that one actually. It's probably so obvious no one wanted to choose it. A white enchant creature. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage, Guilty Conscience deals that much damage to enchanted creature. Hexnard says, can you redirect damage if you're under protection? I'm wondering because you can't exchange life with someone if your life total can't change. I have no idea. You know what? Those rules are beyond my comprehension of the rules. It goes beyond the bounds of how I understand this game. Those are jank rule interactions. I don't know jank rule interactions. I only know good interactions. Bob Talks Bridge, see you later. Gotta go. Eggs are gross. Thanks for the stream. We have someone for team negative eggs. Who's not in the eggs camp. Who has anyone else with no card yet? We're looking for one more card to end the show. I like this one. Does commandeer count? Absolutely. Commandeer. This is a 7 mana instant. You may exile 2 blue cards from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Gain control of target non-creature spell, and you may choose new targets for it. Your lightning bolt is mine, and mine alone. All right, that's it for today's show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, the new show times, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for everyone watching live for the next 2 weeks, you can show up every day at both these times as we build up shows. We need shows for everyone on the replay. We've got to show those replayers some support. And of course, thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of this show. And of course, if your super chat goes spoiled, it never does. It goes to somebody else. So you super chat so you support other people on this show. And of course, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. People like Mercenary, Steve Cooper. We got Old Golga was here the entire time. Epic Moment Guru. We got Benjamin Berkey, Kano, Mappius, Christopher B, Indiana Jones. We got Paul Rogg, Old Boy, David Sampson, Toilet Duck, Argentina, Someone24C, and many more. Because you coffee crew, you're always there for the community. So let's keep brewing those coffees, my coffee crew, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.